Welcome back to the podcast playground. Our newest podcast is The Best Podcast.
Join Jay Carter and me, Vida Best, on The Best Podcast, where the dynamic duo brings you their insider secrets to everything wonderful.
Known for their discerning taste, The Best Family has critiqued the finest in entertainment, technology, and lifestyle.
Now Jay and me dive deep into the top 5 everything, from the latest cell phones to affordable wines that won't break the bank.
So tell a friend, you've found The Best Podcast,
where every recommendation is a gem waiting to be uncovered. Tune in weekly for your dose of excellence.
So we're going to take you on a whirlwind tour today of luxurious getaways in the Caribbean, Mexico, and even a couple of hidden gems in some pretty unexpected places.
Exactly. What's so great about all-inclusive resorts is that they take all the stress out of planning, especially for like those big celebrations or those times you just want to truly unwind.
Yeah.
Everything's right there, waiting for you, like a vacation autopilot.
I like that. And, there are so many different types of all-inclusive resorts these days. We found options for honeymooners seeking romance, families looking for kid-friendly fun, and even those who crave that exclusive, private island vibe.
Absolutely. You mentioned the Dominican Republic, and one that comes to mind immediately is the Secrets Cap Cana Resort and Spa. Guests just rave about the beaches, the views, the food. It really seems to hit all the high notes.
Yeah, and staying in the Dominican Republic, we also found the Hyatt Zilara Cap Cana. Yeah, the reviews for their buffet and a la carte restaurants are through the roof. But let's shift gears a bit. What about a resort that's been described as one of the most romantic in the world?
He must be talking about Jade Mountain in St. Lucia. It's built right into the cliffs with these incredible open concept rooms they call sanctuaries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, picture this. You wake up and there's no wall separating you from panoramic views of the Caribbean Sea and the majestic Pittons.
Okay, I'm sold on the view alone.
Yeah.
Speaking of romance and amazing views, we also came across Curtain Bluff, Antigua.
Mm-hmm.
It's got this charming, old-school vibe and a unique history. The owner is actually a former U.S. World War II fighter pilot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do remember reading about that. It's amazing how a resort's history can add to its charm.
Totally. And for those seeking the ultimate in privacy and luxury, we have to mention Jumbie Bay Island in Antigua.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's a private island, accessible only by boat. Talk about exclusive. But circling back to the Dominican Republic for a moment, we also found the Excellence Punta Cana Resort and Half Moon in Montego Bay, Jamaica, both highly rated by travelers.
Excellent choices. Each one offers something unique, catering to different tastes and budgets.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about the Caribbean. There's truly an island and a resort for everyone.
And speaking of variety, let's hop over to Mexico. We found this place called Hotel Xcaret Mexico that seems to have some really unique features, but I don't want to spoil the surprise just yet.
Oh, you've piqued my curiosity. I'm always intrigued by resorts that think outside the box and offer something truly different. But while we're on the topic of Mexico, we can't forget about Cancun.
Of course. And in Cancun, one that caught our eye was Moon Palace the Grand, Cancun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name pretty much says it all. Grandeur and luxury are clearly the focus here. But we also found Secrets, the Vine Cancun, Dreams Onyx Resort and Spa, and Hyatt Ziva Los Cabos, all with their own unique appeal.
It's amazing how many options there are, even within a single destination like Cancun. It really highlights the importance of doing your research and figuring out what matters most to you, whether it's adults-only, tranquility, family-friendly fun, or somewhere in between.
For sure. But before we dive into the top 5, I wanted to highlight a couple of resorts that offer something completely different from the tropical beach experience we've been talking about.
Oh, yes. I was just thinking about McGee Homestead in Saratoga, Wyoming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's an all-inclusive guest ranch offering a true taste of the Wild West. Imagine horseback riding, fly fishing, breathtaking mountain scenery, all without having to lift a finger to plan the details.
That's definitely a unique take on the all-inclusive concept. I'm sensing a theme here. There's an all-inclusive resort out there for literally everyone. And one more I wanted to mention before we move on is Coconut Bay Beach Resort and Spa in St. Lucia. Yeah, it's known for its incredible family-friendly amenities, like a water park and a lazy river. And it gets rave reviews for its kids club.
It sounds like paradise for families, and a welcome break for parents who deserve some tampering too. So now that we've set the scene and explored some of the amazing options out there, Are you ready to dive into that top 5 list?
Absolutely. I'm already picturing myself lounging on a white sand beach with a tropical drink in hand.
Right.
Let's see which resorts made the cut.
Okay, so remember, this list is based on a combination of factors including amenities, pools, spas, beaches, restaurants, and overall guest reviews from various travel sites.
Okay.
So we're talking about a pretty comprehensive look at what makes an all-inclusive resort truly exceptional.
Okay, the anticipation is building. Hit me with number 5.
Coming in at number 5 is Komandu Island Resort and Spa in the Maldives.
The Maldives. I knew it would be a strong contender. Tell me, what's the experience like at Kathmandu?
Imagine arriving at this serene island paradise after a scenic seaplane ride, the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean shimmering below. Guests consistently rave about the unique dining experiences, particularly breakfast in the sea and dinner under the stars.
Hold on. Breakfast in the sea. Paint me a picture.
Okay, picture this. You're seated at a private table, set up right in the shallows of the crystal clear water. The gentle waves lapping at your feet.
Wow.
And the sun rising over the horizon as you savor your morning meal.
Okay.
It's the kind of immersive experience that truly connects you with the natural beauty of the Maldives.
That's incredible. And if that wasn't enough, I hear there's another unique dining option nearby.
You're right. Guests at Komandu have the option to dine at the world's largest all-glass underwater restaurant, located at the resort's nearby sister property.
What?
Talk about an unforgettable experience. Imagine savoring delicious cuisine while surrounded by vibrant coral reefs and colorful marine life.
Okay, I'm sold. This place sounds incredible. But what about the overall vibe? What did the reviews say?
Guests consistently praised Kathmandu for its exceptional service and reasonable price, especially considering the luxurious setting and the Maldives' location. The only potential drawbacks mentioned were the potentially pricey and lengthy seaplane transfer.
That makes sense. You're paying for that exclusivity and remote beauty. All right, on to number 4.
Number 4 brings us back to the Dominican Republic, the Hyatt Zilara Cap Cana. Remember we mentioned this adults-only haven earlier? Well, picture this. Luxurious accommodations right on the breathtaking Juanillo Beach, complete with swim-up suites and an expansive presidential suite with unrivaled ocean views.
From what I've seen, the dining experiences seem to be a major draw at the Hyatt Zilara Cap Cana. Guests rave about the variety and quality of the food. Did you come across any specific details about the dining options?
I did. One that stood out was the unique experience of dining in a replica of an Indian railroad car.
Oh, wow.
Imagine stepping back in time and savoring delicious cuisine in this beautifully restored setting.
That's definitely something you wouldn't find at just any resort. It sounds like they've put a lot of thought into creating memorable dining experiences for their guests.
Absolutely. And speaking of memorable experiences, right next door is the Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana, the family-friendly counterpart to the Hyatt Zilara. It boasts an impressive water park and nightly entertainment at an outdoor amphitheater, making it a perfect choice for families seeking fun and excitement.
So whether you're seeking a romantic escape or a family adventure, Cap Cana seems to have it all. What were the overall guest reviews like for these 2 resorts?
Reviewers raved about the exceptional service, delicious food, and spacious suites at both resorts. However, some mentioned that the restaurants could get crowded during peak hours, and securing pool or beach chairs sometimes required some strategic planning.
I can definitely relate to that. Those prime sunbathing spots are always in high demand. Okay, I'm ready for number 3. What other gems are hiding on this list?
Coming in at number 3 is Curtain Bluff Antigua. You might recall us mentioning its unique history earlier. The owner is a former fighter pilot, which adds a layer of intrigue to the experience.
And don't forget those stunning bluff views.
Of course. Curtain Bluff offers a variety of room options, including the luxurious Holford Collection with private plunge pools, perfect for those seeking an extra touch of privacy and indulgence.
Speaking of indulgence, I can't get over the fact that they have a wine cellar with over 25,000 bottles.
I know, right? It's truly a wine lover's dream. What's fascinating is that they offer wine tastings and pairings, allowing guests to sample some of the world's finest vintages in a stunning setting. It's an experience that elevates the all-inclusive concept to a whole new level.
Absolutely. So what did the reviews highlight about Curtain Bluff, besides the incredible wine selection?
Guests consistently praise the beautiful beaches, the delicious food, and the tranquil waterfront spa. The only potential drawback mentioned was that the resort's location on a bluff might be challenging for guests with mobility issues.
That's a good point to consider. Accessibility is important. All right, we're down to the top 2. The anticipation is building.
In the number 2 spot, we have Jade Mountain Resort in St. Lucia, the romantic haven built into the cliffs. Remember those open-concept sanctuaries with private infinity pools or jacuzzis overlooking the Pitons and the Caribbean Sea?
How could I forget? It's like something out of a dream. You mentioned that there are no TVs or phones in the rooms, which sounds incredibly romantic, but wouldn't you miss having those modern conveniences?
That's the beauty of it. Jade Mountain encourages guests to truly disconnect from the outside world and reconnect with nature and each other. It's a digital detox in paradise.
I can see the appeal of that. Sometimes you just need to unplug and escape the constant barrage of information and notifications. So what else did you learn about the experience at Jade Mountain?
Well, the Jade Mountain Club is renowned for its culinary creations with a focus on local and seasonal ingredients.
Nice.
They even have their own organic farm on property.
Oh, wow.
So you know you're getting the freshest and most flavorful dishes possible.
That's impressive. Farm-to-table dining in a breathtaking setting. What more could you ask for? Speaking of which, what stood out to guests in the reviews?
Reviewers were blown away by Jade Mountain's stunning architecture, the incredible pools with those unforgettable views, and the delicious food. However, some mentioned that the open-concept bathrooms might not offer enough privacy for all tastes, and the nearest beach is a bit of a walk or a short shuttle right away.
Okay, that's good to know. But honestly, with views like that, who needs a beach? All right, the moment we've been waiting for. Drum roll, please. The #1 all-inclusive resort is...
Condolu Maldives.
Ooh.
This intimate island paradise in the North Ari Atoll of the Maldives takes the crown.
I knew the Maldives would be a strong contender. Tell me more about what makes Condolu so special.
Well, imagine 5 distinct architectural styles of villas, each offering private sunbecks and direct beach access or breathtaking ocean views. And the attention to detail is incredible. They've really thought of everything to create an experience that's both luxurious and authentic.
Okay, so the accommodations are top-notch. But what about the food? We all know dining is a crucial part of the all-inclusive experience. Is it as impressive as the accommodations?
Absolutely. Condolu boasts 5 a la carte restaurants, each with its own unique culinary focus, ranging from international cuisine to Japanese specialties and fresh seafood.
5 a la carte restaurants. That's incredible. It sounds like they're catering to even the most discerning palates.
Exactly. And if that wasn't enough, Condolu also offers exceptional snorkeling and diving opportunities at the Condolu House Reef right off the shore.
So you're telling me I can step right out of my villa and into a world of vibrant coral reefs and colorful marine life? That's amazing.
Precisely. And the reviews speak for themselves. Condolu consistently receives perfect scores on Expedia and TripAdvisor, with guests raving about its peaceful setting, incredible sunsets, delicious cuisine, friendly service, and abundance of activities.
Wow. That's a pretty impressive track record. So after this incredible journey through the world's top all-inclusive resorts, where does that leave us?
Well, it's important to remember that these are just a few highlights from our deep dive. There are countless other fantastic all-inclusive resorts out there, each with its own unique charm and appeal.
You're right. And while these rankings can be a great starting point, the most important thing is to find the resort that's the perfect fit for your individual preferences and budget.
Exactly. Do you prioritize luxurious amenities, pristine beaches, exceptional dining experiences, or a wide range of activities?
Or maybe it's a combination of all of those things.
Precisely. That's why research is key. Explore the options, read reviews from other travelers, and consider what you value most in a vacation experience.
Great advice. And I have a feeling our listener is already dreaming of those poolside cocktails and endless buffets. But before we go any further, let's take a moment to unpack some of the recurring themes we noticed in those top 5 resorts.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. There's a lot we can learn from these top contenders, even if you don't end up booking a stay at one of them.
Exactly. What stood out to you? What are travelers looking for in an all-inclusive experience in 2025?
Well, one thing that's clear is that travelers are craving privacy and exclusivity, especially in those top spots. It seems like those secluded havens where you can truly disconnect and escape the everyday hustle are more appealing than ever.
Yeah, you're right. Think about Kamandu Island Resort and Spa and Condolu Maldives. Both offer that sense of being whisked away to a private island paradise, accessible only by seaplane.
Yeah.
It adds a layer of adventure and exclusivity to the experience. And speaking of exclusivity, overwater bungalows are definitely having a moment.
Oh, yeah.
They seem to be the ultimate symbol of a luxurious island getaway.
Absolutely. And Condola Maldives really takes the concept of overwater living to the next level with its 5 distinct architectural styles of villas. It's not just about having a room over the water, it's about having a unique and luxurious experience that you won't find anywhere else.
Okay, I'm officially adding stay in an overwater bungalow in the Maldives to my bucket list.
Yeah.
But beyond the accommodations themselves, what else stood out to you in terms of what travelers are looking for in an all-inclusive experience? What are those must-haves that set a resort apart from the competition?
Dining experiences are playing an increasingly important role. Guests are no longer satisfied with just standard buffets and predictable menus. They want variety, creativity, and a sense of place.
Absolutely. Remember Komandu's Breakfast in the Sea and Dinner Under the Stars?
Oh, yeah.
Those are the kinds of unique, immersive dining experiences that create lasting memories. It's not just about fueling your body, it's about creating a sensory experience that connects you to the destination.
Exactly. And then there's the option to dine at the world's largest all-glass underwater restaurant at Komandu's sister resort. It's like something out of a James Bond movie.
Wow.
Talk about a dining experience that's both luxurious and awe-inspiring.
It definitely raises the bar for all-inclusive dining. But what about activities? Are travelers still content with just lounging by the pool and soaking up the sun, or are they seeking something more?
Well, while relaxation is certainly a key component of any all-inclusive vacation, travelers are also seeking out resorts that offer a variety of activities to keep them entertained and engaged. It's all about finding that perfect balance between relaxation and adventure.
True. We saw that with the Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana, with its impressive water park and nightly entertainment. And then there's Condolu Maldives, which boasts exceptional snorkeling and diving opportunities right off its shores.
Exactly. And don't forget about Curtain Bluff Antigua, which caters to active travelers with its tennis courts, water sports, and fitness center.
So it's clear that travelers are looking for more than just a beautiful beach and unlimited cocktails. They want unique experiences, diverse activities, and a chance to really immerse themselves in the destination.
Absolutely. And of course, no all-inclusive experience is complete without impeccable service. It seems like that's a non-negotiable for discerning travelers these days.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Guests want to feel pampered and taken care of from the moment they arrive until the moment they depart. And all of the resorts on our top 5 list consistently receive high praise for their exceptional service.
Exactly. So to recap, the key takeaways here are privacy, exclusivity, unique experiences, a variety of activities, and impeccable service.
I think you captured the essence of what makes an all-inclusive resort truly stand out in today's competitive travel landscape. But before we move on, is there anything else you noticed about these top-ranking resorts? Any other trends or insights that might be helpful for listeners?
Now that you mention it, there's one more element I'd add to that list: sustainability.
Sustainability, huh? That's an interesting one. Tell me more.
Well, travelers are becoming increasingly conscious of the environmental and social impact of their travel choices. They're looking for resorts that are committed to sustainable practices, such as reducing their carbon footprint, supporting local communities, and protecting natural resources.
That's a great point. And it makes sense. As we become more aware of the importance of preserving our planet, we want to make sure our travel choices align with those values.
Exactly. And many all-inclusive resorts are stepping up to the plate, implementing eco-friendly initiatives and partnering with local organizations to make a positive impact. So when you're researching your next all-inclusive getaway, be sure to look for those resorts that are going the extra mile to protect the environment and support local communities.
Great advice. It's a win-win for everyone. Travelers get to enjoy a guilt-free vacation, and the destination benefits from responsible tourism practices. Now, while sustainability is a crucial factor to consider, let's shift gears a bit and delve deeper into the specific destinations that made it onto our top 5 list.
Okay.
Starting with the Maldives.
The Maldives. Just the name conjures up images of overwater bungalows, pristine beaches, and crystal clear turquoise waters. It's truly an escape from reality, isn't it?
It is, and 2 of our top 5 resorts are located in the Maldives, so it's clearly a destination that's capturing the hearts of travelers. Tell me, what is it about the Maldives that makes it such a sought-after destination?
Well, the Maldives is an archipelago of over 1,000 coral islands in the Indian Ocean, known for its breathtaking natural beauty. And what's fascinating is that each resort in the Maldives essentially occupies its own private island, offering a level of seclusion and tranquility that's hard to find elsewhere.
Yeah, that's what makes it so special. You're essentially escaping to your own private paradise.
Yeah.
But beyond the stunning scenery, what else draws travelers to the Maldives?
Well, as we've discussed, the Maldives is a haven for luxury travelers, with a wide range of high-end resorts offering overwater bungalows, private plunge pools, world-class dining experiences, and personalized service.
And don't forget about the incredible marine life. The Maldives is a world-renowned destination for snorkeling and diving, with vibrant coral reefs teeming with colorful fish, sea turtles, manta rays, and even whale sharks.
You're absolutely right. The underwater world of the Maldives is truly spectacular, and many resorts offer guided snorkeling and diving excursions for even novice explorers can experience the magic of the reefs.
Okay, I'm convinced. The Maldives needs to be on everyone's travel bucket list. But let's not forget about the other destination that earned multiple spots on our top 5 list, the Dominican Republic.
Ah, the Dominican Republic. A Caribbean gem known for its stunning beaches, lush rainforests, vibrant culture, and warm hospitality.
And it's a lot closer to home for many of us, which makes it a more accessible option for a quick getaway. What makes the Dominican Republic such a popular destination for all-inclusive resorts?
Well, for starters, the Dominican Republic boasts some of the most beautiful beaches in the Caribbean, with soft white sand, swaying palm trees, and crystal clear turquoise waters. And many of the resorts are located right on these pristine stretches of coastline.
It's the classic Caribbean dream, isn't it? Waking up to the sound of waves crashing on the shore and spending your days lounging on the beach, cocktail in hand.
Exactly. And beyond the beaches, the Dominican Republic offers a wealth of activities and attractions to explore, from historical sites and colonial cities to national parks teeming with wildlife and adventure activities like ziplining and whitewater rafting.
So there's something for everyone, whether you're seeking relaxation, adventure, or a bit of both.
Precisely. And what's great about all-inclusive resorts in the Dominican Republic is that many of them offer excursions and activities as part of their packages, making it easy and convenient to explore the island.
That's really helpful, especially for those who prefer a hassle-free vacation where everything is taken care of.
Exactly. Now, let's zoom in on one specific region of the Dominican Republic that stood out in our research, Cap Cana.
Cap Cana, huh? I've heard the name, but tell me more about what makes this area so special.
Cap Cana is a luxurious gated community located on the eastern tip of the Dominican Republic, known for its pristine beaches, world-class marina, championship golf courses, and upscale resorts.
It sounds like a playground for the rich and famous.
It definitely has that air of exclusivity, but Cap Cana is also a popular destination for families and couples seeking a luxurious and relaxing getaway. And 2 of the resorts on our top 5 list, the Hyatt Zilara Cap Cana and the Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana, are located within this exclusive enclave.
Ah, that explains why they rank so highly. Those resorts boast some seriously impressive amenities and breathtaking oceanfront locations. But what about the beaches in Cap Cana? Are they as stunning as the rest of the Dominican Republic?
They're even more so. Cap Cana is home to Juanillo Beach, widely considered one of the most beautiful beaches in the entire Caribbean. Imagine soft, white sand, swaying palm trees, and crystal clear turquoise waters that stretch for miles.
It sounds like a postcard come to life.
Yeah.
No wonder those Cap Cana resorts are so sought after. They offer the perfect combination of luxury, exclusivity, and natural beauty.
Exactly. And with its proximity to Punta Cana International Airport, Cap Cana is easily accessible for travelers from all over the world.
Okay, so we've covered the Maldives and the Dominican Republic, 2 of the most popular destinations for all-inclusive resorts. But let's not forget about those hidden gems that offer something a little bit different, like that all-inclusive guest ranch in Wyoming we mentioned earlier.
Exactly. McGee Homestead in Saratoga, Wyoming is a perfect example of how the all-inclusive concept can be adapted to different environments and interests.
Yeah?
Instead of beaches and palm trees, you have wide open spaces, rolling hills, and snow-capped mountains.
It's a completely different kind of escape, but just as appealing in its own way. Imagine horseback riding through scenic trails, fly fishing in pristine rivers, and enjoying cozy evenings by the fireplace in a rustic chic lodge.
It's the perfect getaway for those seeking a taste of the Wild West, with all the comforts and conveniences of an all-inclusive experience.
And it proves that all-inclusive resorts aren't just for beach lovers. There's truly something for everyone, no matter what your interests or travel style.
Exactly. Now, while we've highlighted some of the most popular and unique destinations for all-inclusive resorts, it's important to remember that the perfect destination is ultimately a matter of personal preference.
Absolutely. Some travelers might prioritize stunning beaches and crystal clear waters, while others might be more drawn to lush rainforests, vibrant cities, or historical sites.
And some might even prefer a combination of all of those things.
Yeah.
The key is to do your research, consider your interests and budget, and choose a destination that speaks to your heart.
Great advice. And once you've chosen your destination, the next step is to select the perfect, all-inclusive resort to match your travel style and preferences.
Exactly. And with so many options available, it can be overwhelming to know where to start. But fear not, our intrepid listener, for we're here to guide you through the process.
That's right, we've got you covered. Stay tuned, because in the next part of our deep dive, we'll be sharing our expert tips on how to choose the perfect, all-inclusive resort for your dream vacation.
We'll help you navigate the options and find the perfect match for your unique needs and desires.
Until then, keep dreaming of those tropical sunsets and endless cocktails.
You know, as we were talking about those top-ranked resorts and the destinations themselves, it struck me how much emphasis is placed on the overall experience. It's not just about having a nice room and a beach to lounge on anymore.
It's like travelers are looking for something more immersive, something that really connects them to the destination and creates those lasting memories.
Exactly. And that's where those unique experiences come in, whether it's dining in a replica Indian Railroad car at the Hyatt Zilara Cap Cana, enjoying breakfast in the sea at Komandu, or sipping wine from a 25,000 bottle cellar at Curtain Bluff. These are the kinds of details that elevate an all-inclusive stay from, simply pleasant to truly unforgettable.
And it seems like resorts are really stepping up their game when it comes to dining. Guests are looking for variety, quality, and creativity, and those standard buffets just aren't cutting it anymore.
I'd agree with that. Think about Kundaloo, Maldives, with its 5 a la carte restaurants, each offering a different culinary experience. It's not just about having a full stomach, it's about having a culinary journey that tantalizes your taste buds and expands your horizons.
Speaking of expanding horizons, we can't forget about the importance of activities. Lounging by the pool is great, but travelers are also looking for ways to stay active and engaged, whether it's snorkeling in the Maldives, exploring the Dominican Republic's lush rainforests, or horseback riding in Wyoming.
It's all about finding that perfect balance, isn't it? Relaxation and rejuvenation are key, but so are adventure and exploration. The best all-inclusive resorts recognize this and offer a diverse range of activities to cater to every interest.
And let's be honest, impeccable service is the cherry on top of any all-inclusive experience.
You're absolutely right. It's that feeling of being pampered and taken care of that truly makes a vacation feel luxurious and stress-free.
So it seems like the key to a truly unforgettable all-inclusive vacation in 2025 is a combination of luxurious accommodations, unique experiences, diverse activities, impeccable service, and a commitment to sustainability. Have I missed anything?
I think you've hit all the key points, but let's dive a bit deeper into this idea of sustainability because it's something that's becoming increasingly important to travelers. It's not just about finding a resort that's beautiful and luxurious. It's also about choosing a resort that aligns with your values.
You're right. More and more travelers are looking for ways to minimize their environmental impact and support businesses that are making a positive difference in the world.
Exactly. And the good news is that many all-inclusive resorts are taking sustainability seriously. They're implementing eco-friendly practices, supporting local communities, and working to conserve natural resources.
So how can our listeners identify these sustainable resorts? What should they be looking for?
That's a great question. There are a few key things to keep in mind. First, look for resorts that have certifications from reputable organizations like Green Globe or EarthCheck. These certifications indicate that the resort has met certain environmental and social standards.
So it's like a stamp of approval for their sustainability efforts.
Exactly. Second, check the resort's website or brochure for information about their sustainability initiatives. Do they have programs for reducing energy and water consumption? Do they source food locally? Do they support community development projects?
It sounds like transparency is key here. Travelers want to know that the resorts are walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Absolutely. And don't hesitate to reach out to the resort directly and ask about their sustainability practices.
That's a great tip. It shows that you're a conscious traveler who cares about making responsible choices. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about those top-ranked destinations. We've already touched on the Maldives and the Dominican Republic, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on why these destinations are so popular for all-inclusive vacations.
Well, both destinations offer that quintessential tropical paradise vibe with stunning beaches, crystal clear waters, and lush vegetation, but they also offer distinct experiences. The Maldives, with its secluded islands and overwater bungalows, is perfect for those seeking ultimate privacy and luxury. It's a place to truly disconnect from the world and reconnect with nature.
It sounds like the perfect place to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and simply unwind.
Exactly. The Dominican Republic, on the other hand, offers a more vibrant and culturally rich experience. There's a warmth and energy to the Dominican people that's contagious, and the resorts often reflect that vibrancy. Plus, the Dominican Republic offers a wider range of activities and excursions, from exploring historical sites to zip-lining through rainforests.
It sounds like the Dominican Republic is a great option for travelers who want a bit of everything: relaxation, adventure, and cultural immersion.
Precisely, and both destinations are relatively easy to get to, with direct flights from many major cities.
That's definitely a plus. No one wants to spend their precious vacation time stuck in airports. Now, I know we've been focusing on these tropical island destinations, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on McGee Homestead, the all-inclusive guest ranch in Wyoming. It's such a unique concept, and it proves that all-inclusive vacations aren't limited to beaches and palm trees.
I'm so glad you brought that up. McGee Homestead is a perfect example of how the all-inclusive concept can be adapted to different environments and interests. It's for those travelers who crave wide-open spaces, fresh mountain air, and a taste of adventure. Imagine horseback riding through scenic trails, fly fishing in pristine rivers, and enjoying cozy evenings by the fireplace in a rustic chic lodge.
It sounds like the perfect getaway for those seeking a more authentic and off-the-beaten-path experience. Do you think this trend of all-inclusive resorts popping up in unexpected locations will continue to grow?
I think it's definitely a trend to watch. As travelers become more adventurous and seek out more unique experiences, I think we'll see all-inclusive resorts popping up in all sorts of unexpected places, from mountaintops to deserts to even urban environments.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities.
Sure.
Now, before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I wanted to touch on something we discussed earlier: the importance of finding an all-inclusive resort that aligns with your values, particularly when it comes to sustainability.
It's such an important consideration, isn't it? Travel can have a significant impact on the environment and local communities, so it's important to choose resorts that are committed to minimizing their footprint and making a positive difference.
Absolutely. And luckily, there are more and more resorts embracing sustainable practices and offering travelers a chance to have a guilt-free vacation. But with so many resorts to choose from, it can be overwhelming to know where to start.
You're right. The sheer number of options can be paralyzing, but fear not, our intrepid listener, because in the next part of our deep dive, we'll be sharing our expert tips on how to navigate the world of all-inclusive resorts and choose the perfect one for your dream vacation. We'll break down the key factors to consider, from budget and amenities to location and reviews, to help you make an informed decision.
All right, listeners, we've explored the allure of all-inclusive resorts and counted down the top 5 contenders, but now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How do you actually choose the perfect all-inclusive resort for your dream getaway? It's a big decision with so many options out there.
It can definitely feel overwhelming, especially when every resort seems to promise paradise. But choosing the right all-inclusive resort is a lot like choosing the right travel companion. You need to make sure you're compatible.
I like that analogy. So how do we go about finding that perfect match, that resort soulmate, if you will?
First and foremost, you need to define your non-negotiables. What are the absolute must-haves for your vacation? Is it a beachfront location, a kids club, gourmet dining? Knowing what you absolutely can't live without will help you narrow down those options from the start.
That's great advice. There's no point in wasting time looking at resorts that don't meet your basic needs. It's like trying to squeeze into a pair of shoes that are 2 sizes too small. It's just not going to work.
Exactly. Once you've identified your non-negotiables, think about your budget. All-inclusive resorts come in a wide range of price points, from budget-friendly options to ultra-luxurious escapes. Knowing how much you're willing to spend will help you further refine your search.
And speaking of refining your search, what about travel style and preferences? How do those play into the decision-making process?
That's where thinking about your travel personality comes in. Are you a laid-back traveler who loves to lounge by the pool with a good book? Or are you more of an adventurer who wants to explore the destination and try new activities?
And what about those special interests? Are you a foodie who craves gourmet dining experiences? A history buff who wants to explore ancient ruins? Or a wellness enthusiast who prioritizes spa treatments and yoga classes?
Right. Knowing what you want to get out of your vacation will help you identify resorts that cater to those specific interests. For example, if you're a foodie, look for resorts that highlight their culinary offerings, maybe those with multiple restaurants, celebrity chef partnerships, or unique dining experiences.
And if you're traveling with kids, a dedicated kids club, water park, and plenty of family-friendly activities are essential. I remember those family vacations where the resort basically became its own little world for the kids. They had so much fun, and we got to relax a bit too.
Exactly. It's all about finding that perfect balance between catering to everyone's needs and ensuring that everyone has an enjoyable experience.
Okay, so we've considered our non-negotiables, budget, travel style, and preferences. What's next on the checklist?
Now it's time to think about the destination itself. Do you have your heart set on a specific region or country? Or are you open to exploring somewhere new?
I think for a lot of people, the destination is a huge part of the appeal. Do you want to soak up the sun in the Caribbean? Explore the ancient ruins of Mexico? Or maybe discover the secluded beauty of the Maldives?
Exactly. And remember, the destination will play a big role in the overall vibe of your vacation. The Caribbean offers a laid-back, tropical vibe, while Mexico has a rich history and culture to explore. The Maldives is all about secluded luxury and breathtaking natural beauty.
And once you've chosen a destination, you can really start diving deep into the research. This is where those online travel websites and review platforms come in handy, right?
Absolutely. Websites like TripAdvisor, Expedia, and Booking.com are great resources for comparing resort options, reading reviews from other travelers, and checking prices and availability.
And don't forget about those travel blogs and social media accounts that specialize in all-inclusive resorts. They often provide those insider tips and honest reviews that you won't find on the big travel websites.
That's a great point. Those niche resources can be invaluable when it comes to getting a real sense of the resort's personality and whether it's the right fit for you.
Okay, so we've got our non-negotiables, budget, travel style, preferences, and destinations sorted. What else should we be looking for when comparing specific resorts? What are those finer details that can make or break the experience?
Here's where it gets really interesting. Pay close attention to the resort's amenities. Do they have multiple swimming pools, a spa, a fitness center, a kids club, water sports facilities, or any other features that are important to you?
And don't forget about the dining options. As we've discussed, food plays a huge role in the all-inclusive experience. Look for resorts with a variety of restaurants, cuisines, and dining experiences to suit your tastes.
Exactly. And pay attention to the details. Do the restaurants have dress codes? Are reservations required? Are there any a la carte options or specialty dining experiences available?
Those little details can make a big difference in your overall satisfaction with the resort. I remember one all-inclusive vacation where the buffet was amazing, but all the a la carte restaurants required reservations weeks in advance, and we could never get a table. It was so frustrating.
I can imagine. It's those little things that can really make or break the experience. Another key factor to consider is the resort's location. Is it right on the beach? Does it have easy access to nearby attractions or activities?
And if you're traveling with kids, consider the proximity to the airport. No one wants a long and tiring transfer after a long flight, especially with little ones in tow.
Absolutely. And finally, don't underestimate the importance of reviews from other travelers. They can provide valuable insights into the resort's strengths and weaknesses, the quality of the service, and the overall atmosphere.
It's like having a sneak peek into what your experience might be like.
Exactly. So read those reviews carefully and take note of any recurring themes or issues that are mentioned. But remember, everyone has different preferences and expectations, so take those reviews with a grain of salt and focus on the aspects that are most important to you.
That's great advice. So to recap, when choosing an all-inclusive resort, consider your non-negotiables, budget, travel style, preferences, destination, amenities, dining options, location, and reviews. Have I missed anything?
I think you've covered all the bases, but I'd add one final thought.
I'm all ears.
Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you have any doubts or concerns about a particular resort, reach out to their customer service team or contact a travel agent for assistance.
That's such an important reminder. A knowledgeable travel agent can be an invaluable resource, especially when navigating the sometimes overwhelming world of all-inclusive resorts. They can help you find the perfect match for your needs and preferences, and they can often score you some great deals too.
Exactly. They're like your personal travel matchmakers, connecting you with the resort of your dreams.
Well said. And on that note, We hope you found this exploration informative and inspiring.
And most importantly, we hope you're feeling empowered to choose the perfect all-inclusive resort for your next unforgettable getaway.
Remember, the perfect vacation is out there waiting for you.
Happy travels.
Until next time, keep exploring.